Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing, continue to work on topic 10. Today our focus is 10-4. And of course, we're gonna start with our solve and share. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. There we go. I'm getting the hang of this, you guys. I'm gonna move myself to this little corner right here. All right, so we're gonna continue to work with our base 10 blocks. So here's today's solve and share. It says that Oak School has 256 students, okay? Pine School has 371 students. You notice that I'm underlining my important parts in my word problem. How many students does school have in all? So this is the key word here. In all means to add. So of course we're gonna add using what we learned about adding using base 10 blocks in our place value chart. So this is our HTO chart or our place value chart, okay? So first of all, my equation is 256 plus 371. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is draw my numbers into my chart. So I have, how many ones in the number 256? I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 2 hundreds. 1, 2. Good. Now that I drew that number, all I have to do now is draw the number 371. Well, I have 1, 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3. It's important we always start with our ones. Now we're going to start adding. We need to start in our ones in case we have to regroup, which we probably will just by looking at it. All right, let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no regrouping, and I just have 7 ones. Okay, remember when I get to 10, I have to stop and regroup. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop, circle my 10 tens, cross it out, and trade it for 100, okay? Now I still have to count my tens and see what I have left. I have 1, 2 tens left. Let's count our hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds. So my answer is 627. So it's pretty easy. Really, you just have to be very aware when you have to regroup. That's why you always start in your ones place and keep it going. Did you guys get the same answer? I bet you smarty pants did. All right, so we're gonna move on to our visual learning and continue to talk about modeling addition.
Find 372 plus 145. You can draw place value blocks to show the atoms. 372 is 3 hundreds, 7 tens, and 2 ones. 145 is 100, 4 tens, and 5 ones. 10 tens and ones.
So what they did here is what we always do. We draw our numbers into the HTO chart or our place value chart. And then of course, that's when we start adding. And always remember, when we start adding and counting our place value, you're gonna start at your ones, okay? So let's see if they get the answer.
Plus 100 equals 400, or 400. 7 tens plus 4 tens equals 11 tens, or 110. 2 ones plus 5 ones equals 7 ones, or 7. 100, 910, and 7. Add the partial sums to get the final sum. What is the sum?
So basically what they did here, instead of, starting at the whatever, they just got the partial sums. So here they had 11 tens or 110. And here they had 400 and then 7 ones. And then they just added their partial sums. We did partial sums before as well. This is just another way to think about it. So they did 7 ones. Then they did, then there's 1 10 and then 5. So 5 7.
110 and 7 ones is 517. So 372 plus 145 equals 517.
So they basically just did partial sums. This isn't really, now if we did it the other way where we would just have to regroup, we would start at our ones, but they basically added up their tens, their ones and hundreds, and then they lined up their numbers like this to do your partial sum. So let's call this strategy partial sums, okay? Partial sums using HTO. So we're gonna practice partial sums using HTO with this problem. Now, you can still use whatever strategy works best for you. I still prefer regrouping more, but I am going to go ahead and teach you guys how to use partial sums with your HTO chart. So of course, the first thing I'm going to do is draw my chart, HTO. Hundreds is for, or H is for hundreds, T is for tens, O is for ones, okay? I have 2 ones in the number 472, 1, 2, 7 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, Miss Ortiz is getting ahead of herself, ain't she? Okay, I think I drew too much. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. I think I just drew. I got ahead of myself. And I have 400s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I just draw in 245, which is 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 400s. What am I doing? Miss Ortiz, you're just going ahead of yourself again. Wow. I meant to draw 200s. I'm sorry, guys. Miss Ortiz has lost her mind. 1 and 2. Now, I say, okay, well, my partial sums is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Okay, well, why is it 110, Miss Ortiz, if it's in your ones, if it's in your tens place? Well, that's because when I count my tens, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tens, which is the same as 110. Or if it makes it easier when you're doing your partial sums, just count it by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So if we did the regrouping strategy, that's when we would circle 10 tens, cross it out, trade for 100. But today we're focusing on partial sums, okay? Then I have just 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 600, right? So instead of just writing 6, I'm writing 600 because we're doing our partial sums. So now I have my partial sums, and I'm going to line it up on top of each other. So I have 600, 110, and 7 ones. And I can go ahead and add it. 0 plus 0 is what? 0 plus 7 is 7. What's 0 plus 1? 1. 6 plus 7 is 7. So my answer should be 717. Now, one way, if you're like, oh, I don't know if that's right, you could always check your answer by drawing your place value blocks again and just doing it with a strategy you're comfortable with, like regrouping strategy. But this is the partial sums using the HTO chart. Use it if you like it. If you like regrouping better, you can always do regrouping. You'll still get to the same answer and doing it both ways. So that's it for today. Let me get out of my thing. There we go. So today you're going to be working in your workbooks 10-4. You're going to also log on to Pearson and do your quick check. If you have any questions when you're done with your workbook work, I can take a look at what you got done when for select students when I have time. And I'll give you individualized feedback so I can help you further. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'm here if you